Time. Do we even know what it is? Sure, it brings us closer to the demise. Is it just our perception of time that we know? And if someone perceives time faster, do they just go through life faster? And finally, in VR, does time or your life go by seemingly faster? According to this article, time in VR goes by 20% faster. And that's what we're talking about today in this Monday morning news, along with a few other things. How's it going, everybody? My name's Evolve, and welcome back to Monday Morning News. I'm sorry this video was so late. I just got my vaccine. Oh wait, I should not say that. My comments are gonna look like a political debate. And the pollen set off my allergies, so I kind of sound like I smoke 5 packs a day. So I couldn't record for a while, but I'm feeling better now, and I'm back to work. I still might sound a little messed up, but please deal with it. I'm getting better. In this video, we're going to be talking about the UK's Amazon taking the Quest 2 off their store. VR is making your life feel shorter, and the Quest 2 is getting 120Hz support, not standalone, but wireless. The next update for the Quest 2 is already on its way, and much more, so let's just get right into it. 120Hz on the Quest 2 wireless is here. Just to make it clear, this is for Airlink, which is connecting wirelessly to a PC or laptop to play games. This came in the version 28 update, but no one knew because they didn't announce it. I mean, they could have said something. I guess it is pretty minor when in the same event you're making 120Hz standalone, but it's still cool. A lot of people who use their Quest 2 use it with Airlink, and that has 120Hz compatibility, and so does standalone. So it would make sense for them to put it on Airlink. It's just weird because they announced the Airlink, but they couldn't say anything about it being 120Hz. They may have not wanted people to know because they're just testing it, but who knows. A lot of people use their Quest 2 with Link, so it's good for people not to have to worry about a refresh rate drop when they switch to Airlink from regular Link, and that it'll just be a frictionless switch. The only issue is that this is Facebook, and they're just getting better and better, and it's getting harder for competition to compete or to even consider the market. We just got the update giving us Airlink and 120Hz on the Quest 2, standalone, but they're already starting the version 29 update on the Quest 2. The version 28 update was the best update by far on the Quest 2, besides some bugs. Although the version 29 update won't be as good, bringing only minor updates, or ones that'll only affect a small percent of consumers, it still is an update. The biggest one being you can now use your phone camera as a green screen, and put yourself inside of the game, with no green screen required, giving the viewer more of an understanding about what's happening to the player in a third-person point of view. I do believe this green screening won't be as good because on TikTok you can do the same thing, and the key's pretty bad, but it will be cool to see them experiment with the tech. It's called the overlay feature. I mean, we did say a standalone could never be a PC-based headset, and now look where we are, so Facebook could definitely find a way. The only phones supported are the XS or the XS and newer. Now, while casting or recording, the headset will also capture microphone. This is good for someone like me who uses their Quest mic to record in VR, because now I can make videos about Quest exclusive titles. And when casting, it can help the player communicate with the viewers better when they're watching on the phone. And I think it'll pair very well with the overlay feature. The only thing is, I wish the people viewing through the phone could also talk to the person playing, because I feel like it's harder for the person that's playing to hear the people who are watching. They also added the ability to see phone notifications in VR, which will help, because I do miss a lot of notifications in VR. There's no Android version yet, but it's said to be coming soon. The notifications will pop up in-game the same way that they pop up now. And finally, they added a file browser, which sounds pretty boring, but it's actually very useful. The browser will allow users to manage their files, and can be more easily uploaded to YouTube, Facebook, or any other social media. Users may also be able to sideload the files to their PC or laptop. Again, useful for me, because there I can edit footage. Now let's move on to the main topic about how VR can make your life feel shorter. But first I want to give you a quick reminder to please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and turning notifications to always on so you never miss any news. And go to my gaming channel and subscribe there, where I'll be doing comedy gaming reviews and gaming in general. Link in the description. Anyway, back to the news. VR can make your life feel shorter. There was a Reddit post and an article put out about how time in VR can be perceived differently than time in real life. They found this out by doing an experiment, taking 31 people and having them do different perception tasks. For one of the two groups, they had them do normal tasks, and for the other, them do real motion in real time in a virtual space. That might be confusing, but all you need to know is that the results that the group that were playing VR thought they were in VR 15% longer, which means if you spent your whole life in VR, it would feel 15% shorter in theory. Now you may be saying, that's not just for VR. Sometimes I'm playing COD and it can feel like 30 minutes have gone by when it's actually been an hour. Or even when I'm doing anything that's fun, it feels like time flies by. But the percentage for VR is more, and it could be because signs of time pass in VR, such as the sun, are completely blocked. It may even be replaced by a virtual sun. I mean, how many games do you play where there's a sun that can make time feel slower? If you think about it, VR daylight or a sun never really changes. It's always the same time or the same day, unless it's a specific game. But your brain can tell the difference between a game that's flat or a normal game and the real world better than in VR. For example, your brain knows when you're looking away from your TV and looking out the window and seeing the sun, instead of being in VR where it's meant to be immersive. This is scary, and this isn't the only bad news about VR. For example, in a past video, I talked about how people could be escaping their reality by going into virtual reality. So go watch that video if you want to see. Anyway, the UK's Amazon has taken the Quest 2 off the store for a reported skin irritation issue. Facebook says the facepad on a small amount of units was causing skin irritation to users in the EU. The issue is fixed until another report came to light about the problem, and the EU's Amazon took the Quest 2 off their site. The Quest 2 is still available on the Oculus website, and Facebook is working closely with Amazon to have the Quest 2 come back to the store as soon as possible. And like I said, if you need it, just go to the Oculus website. I don't know how severe the skin irritation issues were there, but I do know that your facepad can absorb oils and sweat from your face, and then can grow bacteria. So I'd recommend you switch out your face pads with leather ones or ones that can't really absorb material, or constantly replace them. And finally, one more bit of news comes from Facebook saying it's harder to get any new keyboards into VR. They want to have more keyboards be Bluetooth and tracked. Right now you can use a Bluetooth keyboard in VR for searching on browsers, but it's not tracked. So Facebook says they want it to be supported with all Bluetooth keyboard models, which I don't know how possible that is. The only keyboard supported right now is kind of bad, being the Logitech, the K830, and that's available for tracking and Bluetooth, I do believe. But if they can make any keyboard available, it can help boom Infinite market, and the enterprise market in general. Which I have mixed feelings about, because this doesn't really help gamers besides in the browser, which no one really uses, and it'll help boom the enterprise market, which will take away from gamers, because if there's a higher profit value in the enterprise market, they might switch to go over there. Or it could help gamers, because it's just more people in VR, no matter what the market is. And I know I'm going on about this for a while, but the enterprise market may need less units than individual gamers. So it may be close to impossible for the enterprise market to have a bigger profit than the gaming market. But if you remember, HTC was pretty much all about the enterprise market. And I don't know if that was because they were scared of Facebook or because there was a bigger profit value, but either way, I don't like it. Okay, I think I'm finally done. Come back next Monday morning for more Monday morning news. But before you go, be sure to consider subscribing to this channel as well as my gaming channel, where I'll be doing comedy gaming reviews and more gaming in general. And turn the notifications to always on, so you never miss the news on this channel, and with the other channel, you never miss a game or a chance to laugh. Anyway, this has been Evolve, and thanks for watching. Subscribe.